Hi everybody, welcome back to another class of Pronunciation and Use Level Intermediate. Today we're taking a look at Unit 50. So the topic is, or the title is, Emphasizing Added Details. Emphasizing added details, right? So an example of that would be here. For example, you can say, let me write my own example because these words might be a little hard at first sight at least. Welcome everyone. So for example, I write I'm from Iran, right? Oh, it's blurry. Let me see, why is it blurry? Okay. So I can say I'm from Iran, and then the next time I want to add some information. So I say I'm from Tehran in Iran. So here, Tehran is added information. That's what the book means when it says emphasizing added details. So now here, Tehran is added detail. Yes. So I will pronounce this part louder. So first I say I'm from Iran, and then I say I'm from Tehran in Iran, because it's added detail for me and I want to kind of pronounce it louder. Yeah, because it's added information. Now you will see more examples of that. Let me show you here this part. I'm going to play the CD for you. This is C42. Pay attention to the underlined words. I'm going to play that.
C42.
Listen.
My name's Spas. Pedro Spas. I'm from Chile. Name's Spas.
C42.
My name's Spas. Pedro Spas. I'm from Chile. The south of Chile. I live in Puerto Montt. Well, near Puerto Montt. Actually, I live on an island. An island called Chiloé. My grandparents were German. Well, Swiss German, in fact.
Okay, so as you see here, first he says my grandparents were German. Well, Swiss German, in fact. So it's kind of adding some more information. You say that added information louder. Or for example, actually I live on an island. So the first time island is new. So you pronounce it loud. I live on an island. But the second island is not new because the listener actually heard it, the first sentence. An island called Shiloh or something like that. This word is new information, added detail that we are stressing here. Or for example, you say my name is Arash, or you say my name is Rahmati, and then you say my name is Arash Rahmati. Yes, it adds some information and you say it louder to make the listener understand what you just said. So in the first line, both phrases contain the name Schwartz. In the first phrase, the speaker underlines this word because it is new information, but in the second phrase, he doesn't, because now it is old information. The new information in the second phrase is Pedro, so the speaker underlines that. So if you take a look here, you'll see that my name is Schwartz. First, this is new. As you see here, it says new information. This is new information. But the second phrase, again you say Schwartz, it's old information, so we don't say that loud. We say the new information loud. How do we say it? Listen again.
My name's Spas. Pedro Spas.
Pedro Schwartz. My name is Schwartz. Pedro Schwartz. Hi Parsa, welcome. So you see, first Schwartz was new information. We said it loud. But now here we're not saying it as loud. And instead we say Pedro louder because we want to focus on that, right? That's the new information.
My name's Spas. Pedro Spas.
Or another example, which was good, I think, was this one. For example, you can say, I live in Tehran. Well, near Tehran. So it means, okay, I said I live in Tehran, but near Tehran. It means I'm somewhere near Tehran. I'm not in Tehran. So when you add some information, you want to say it louder, of course. Hi, welcome, everybody. Hi, Ali. Now, let's see. There's a similar pattern. Okay. It also happens in conversations. Like what? Listen to this conversation. These underlined words are pronounced louder. Thank you, Ali. I hope you are okay and you're good too. These underlined words are pronounced louder. Let's see.
I'm from
C43.
I hear you've got a boat.
A small boat, yes.
And a big house.
Well, it's quite big, I suppose.
And you live in Hollywood.
Well, near Hollywood, yes.
So you must be rich then.
Well, quite rich, I guess.
So she's kind of correcting the man's sentences. The man says, you are rich. And then she says, quite rich. And she says that quite strong and loud because she wants to say that she's not extremely rich. She's just quite rich. It means very, but not, she's not that rich. She's quite rich. Listen again. And this time, please repeat after the CD.
I hear you've got a boat.
I hear you got a boat.
A small boat, yes.
A small boat, yes. So are you repeating? Small boat, yes.
And a big house.
And a big house.
Well, it's quite big, I suppose.
Well, it's quite big, I suppose.
And you live in Hollywood.
Well,
And you live in Hollywood. And you live in Hollywood.
near Hollywood, yes.
Well, near Hollywood, yes.
So you must be rich then.
So you must be rich then.
Well, quite rich, I guess.
Well, quite rich, I guess. Not extremely rich. So you see that these underlined words are very important to be pronounced louder, because that's the main point the woman is trying to get across the man. So that's why these highlighted words that are also underlined are pronounced louder. Finally, it says, listen to these two short conversations. Listen, so we have two conversations. There's one here, there's another one here. Let's listen to the first one.
C44. Where are you from?
South India.
So first, I don't know where that person is from. Okay, so are you from Iran? Are you from Turkey? Are you from the Europe? I don't know. Are you from Italy? Are you from the US? So where are you from? And then you say South India. So South is not very important now. India is important. Yes, India. Where are you from? I'm from India. South India. So India is important. But sometimes, look at another conversation. C knows that B is from India. C just doesn't know where in India she's from or he's from. It says, I know you are from India, but which part of India are you from?
Which part of India are you from?
South India.
South India. So now South is stronger. It is pronounced louder because now that's the question. It says, which part of India? I know you're from India, but I just don't know where in India you're from. It says, which part of India are you from? So South India, right? But in the first one, South is not loud. You just say where you're from. I'm from South India. India. Right? Listen again.
24.
Where are you from?
South India.
Which part of India are you from?
South India.
South India, right? So the next part is practice for you. I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see that. Here it says use the words from the box to add details to the sentences below. So we should use these words and add details. For example, it's a radio. I can say it's a car radio, right? And I crossed car here. It's a radio, and then I say it's a car radio. And then I should pronounce my sentence. I should pronounce my sentence out loud. I should say it out loud. So it's a radio, and then I say it's a car radio. And when I'm pronouncing it out loud, I'm paying attention that the part that I added has to be pronounced louder. The part that I added has to be pronounced louder. It's a radio. It's a car radio. Okay? Number 2, it's cold. What can I add? It's cold. Let's see what you think. Or it's a bag. Good, Ali. It's very cold. And exactly, Ali wrote very in capital letters, which is perfect because that part is definitely the part that is pronounced louder. Yeah, it's very cold. And this very has the stress. Good, Ali. Good, Sajjad. Good, Parsa. It's a plastic bag. Yeah. So I'm adding very here and I'm stressing it. I say it louder. It's cold. Come on, it's cold. It's very cold. You need to put on, you need to bundle up. You need to bundle up. Bundle up is a good phrasal verb. It means put on warm clothes, right? Put on warm clothes. Put on a hat, put on a jacket, put on a sweater. You need to bundle up. You need to bundle up. Because why? Because it's very cold. Ali says it's a plastic bag. Yeah, I'm gonna write that too. It's a plastic bag. It's a plastic bag. It's a bag. If it was a bag, just a bag, I wouldn't have problem with it. But it's a plastic bag, and that's bad for the environment. That's bad for the environment, right? So it's a plastic bag, right? Yeah, plastic. Good. The next one. My name is Bond. Oh, my name is Bond. So what do I add here? Name's Bond. James Bond. Yeah. So first I say my name is Bond, and after that I say my name is James Bond. And then I say this James louder. My name is Bond. Well, James Bond. The next one, it's in Asia. So far we've used plastic, James, and very. Central, yeah. Good Ali, James. Good Sajjad, James. Central, very so good. It's in Asia. Well, Central Asia. Central Asia. Be careful with the pronunciation. This iya, it's not iya, it's just a schwa. Asia, Asia, Asia. So it's in Asia. Well, Central Asia, because I'm focusing on that central. And finally, there's just one more left, right? Just one more left. Central is gone, very is gone, James gone, plastic, car. We just have French left, yes? Yeah, good, French. So he's a composer, a French composer actually. A French composer. Alright, so first you say he's a composer, or you say Shatmer is a composer, an Iranian composer actually. So a French composer actually. Hi Fatih, welcome. Yeah, good, French, that's just good, Ali, good. Now we're moving on to the next exercise. Listen and underline the words which B underlines with her voice. So we should underline the words that are louder.
C45. It's very quiet.
Too quiet.
I think something's wrong.
Very wrong.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out fast.
Oh my god, it's a horror movie. Listen again.
5. It's very quiet.
Composer is a person who writes the music. For example, let me search famous composers. And you will see these are the famous composers. Beethoven and these people. Mozart's. Modern piano composer. They write music. They create music actually. So listen again.
5. It's very quiet.
Too quiet.
I think something's wrong.
Very wrong.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out fast.
Okay, so too quiet. Quiet is we don't want A, we just want B. Okay, so I think something is wrong, and B says very wrong, so we have to underline very. And the question says just underline B's sentences, not A's sentences.
It's very quiet.
Too quiet.
I think something's wrong.
Very wrong.
Very wrong. Yeah, she's adding this very and she's saying it louder. Wrong, no. Very wrong.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Let's...
What about this one? I don't like it at all.
I don't like it at all.
Let's get out...
Very, very wrong.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out fast.
Very good. At all. You have to find the new information. The new information here is at all. Because A already said I don't like it, and B says I don't like it, but B says I don't like it at all. This at all is new information that she's stressing. Yes, at all. Good, Paria. Good, Ali. Like no, Ali. At all, good, Ali. Parisa, fast, good. Fast is also true. And at all, good, Paris. Fast. So actually it's fast here, I think.
At all!
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out fast!
Yeah, let's get out fast. So again, get out again, it's old information, but new information is fast. Now she's highlighting the fact that they have to do it fast. And you see the picture and they're right. Yeah, good. So we get to the last exercise and then we'll finish this lesson. Listen and let me read. Oh my god, it's pretty long. Let me read it. The answers to the pairs of questions A and B below are the same, but the speaker puts stress on a different word in each answer. For example, in the answer to example A, the speaker puts stress on the word Vittori, but in B, she puts stress on the word Clara. Read the other question and underline the word the speaker will put stress on. Then listen again and check. So before we listen, you need to be able, with all the information that I gave you today, you need to be able to guess which word has to be stressed. An example is here. A says, what's your name? Clara Vittori. Vittori is stressed here, for example. Or here it says, do you live in Milan? It says near Milan, yes. So which word is stressed? What can you guess? I mean, A is okay. We want to underline one word in the second line always, in the answer. We want to say, which word do you think is pronounced louder? Do you live in Milan? Near Milan, yes. What about the first wrong? Parisa says, first wrong. Yeah, first wrong is stressed. But the question says you should just underline B, just for B. We just want to choose B and underline the words, because that's the question. It says don't do anything with A, just do the underlining with B's line, not with A's line. That's why we didn't do A, but yes, you can do for A too. Very good, Paria. Near. What do you said? Do you live in Milan? Near Milan, yes. Near. Let's listen and check.
C46. A.
What's your name?
Clara Vittori.
Do you live in Milan?
Near Milan, yes.
You saw that? You heard that? Near Milan, yes. Near Milan, not exactly in Milan. In Milan, no, near Milan. Number 2, what do you do? I'm a graphic designer. What do you think? Which part is stressed? What do you do? So if you ask me what do you do, I don't say, oh, I am a teacher. But instead, if you ask me what do you do, I say, I'm a teacher. Because come on, like the listener already expects I'm a. Everybody knows. But the answer is actually that teacher. So that thing has to be pronounced louder, right? That has to be pronounced louder. Designer, yes. Graphic designer, actually. All of it. That's the job. So what do you do? I'm a graphic designer. Let's check.
What do you do?
I'm a graphic designer.
I'm a graphic designer. Good, Sajjad. Graphic and designer, actually both of them together, that's the job. Number 3, do you have your own home? Yes, a very nice flat. Do you have your own home? Yes, a very nice flat. What do you think? Do you have your own home? Yes, a very nice flat. Is it raining in Tehran? I think it is. Or maybe no, it's just windy. Very nice flat. I think it's flat, I don't know, but I think flat is good because flat kinda exactly talks about home, because home can be a house, it can be an apartment, it can be a flat, it can be a... So when you say flat, I think you are exactly saying what type of home that is.
Do you have your own home?
Yes, a very nice flat.
Yeah, a very nice flat. Because we want to say very nice, you can say that too. But when they ask home, it could be, I don't know, some people live in the boat. So their home is their boat. Some people live in a beautiful house. So they have a beautiful house. So here it says you have a home, and she says, yes, a very nice flat. Flat means apartment. It's British. So when you say flat, you're actually exactly singling out that special type of home that you have. Okay? Hi, Yusuf, welcome. Why answers like this? Do you have your own home? I don't understand, Ali. Why answer like this? Do you have your own home? I didn't get it. So flat is the answer here. Yes, I have a very nice flat.
Designer.
Do you have your own home?
Yes, a very nice flat.
What do you do in the evenings?
What do you do in the evenings? So you can say, what can you say? Well, I'm learning French, or well, I'm learning French, or well, I'm learning French, or well, I'm learning French. Which one? Which word do you think needs to get the stress among the 4 words that you see here? Well, I'm learning French. Okay, you understood? That's good. I didn't get your question. I think my common sense is French has to be stressed. Yes, Paris, I think so. Because that's the most important things here. Learning and French, but French again more important. Yes, Ali. Yes, Sajjad. Yes, Mehri. Good.
Well, I'm learning French.
Do in the evenings?
Well, I'm learning French.
Yeah, I'm learning French.
Do you know London?
Yeah.
Do you know London?
Do you know London? Yes, I lived there for a year. So how do I read that? Do you know London? Yes, I... This one is not easy, but let's see what you think. Do you live in London? Sorry, do you know London? A year, yes, and lived, also live. Adel said live, Ali said live, Mehri said live. Live is also very important. Says, do you know London? Said, I know London, I lived in London. Like, what do you mean? Like, I know London, I lived in London. For a year, that's also, you can also stress this. These are important.
Well, I'm learning French.
Do you know London?
Yes, I lived there for a year.
Yeah, I lived there. Basically, lived is very important here. So you are asking me if I know London? Come on, I lived there. Of course I know London. I lived there.
French.
Do you know London?
Yes, I lived there for a year.
I lived there for a year. But I just don't know what is happening here. Why do we have A and B here? This is the same thing. Oh, I think there has to be some kind of underlining here that is not. Okay, number 6. Oh no, that's different. I don't know that. Number 6. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes.
2. Good. I have 2 brothers.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, 2 brothers.
2 brothers. Or 2 brothers. Brothers is also important here. Yes? 2 brothers. If the question was how many brothers do you have? I have 2 brothers. Then 2 would be very important, but now both of them are equally important.
What kind of music do you like?
I like jazz and classical.
What kind of music do you like? I like jazz and classical. Right? This is the answer to the question. So these... Yeah, brothers is important. Brothers is important. 2 is also important, but not as important as brothers here. Because the question is not how many. If the question was how many brothers do you have, you would have to say, I have 2 brothers. But now the question is, do you have any brothers or sisters? I have 2 brothers. I don't have sisters, right? So, yeah, 2 is not very good here to say louder. Here, brothers is more important. Jazz and classic. Good, Ali. Jazz and classic. Or classical, yeah. But I don't know what is this one here. Let's see what is on the left.
B.
What's your full name, Ms. Vettori?
Clara Vettori.
Do you live near Milan?
Near Milan, yes.
So here the question is, do you live near Milan? You say near Milan, yes. Milan, yes.
What kind of designer are you?
It says, what kind of designer are you? Are you, I don't know, interior designer? Are you a house designer? What kind of designer are you?
I'm a graphic designer.
Sajjad, you got a question? Aima, what kind of designer are you? Milan, yes. I'm a graphic designer. Now here just graphic has the stress. Because the question says, what kind of designer are you? Are you a house designer? Are you the interior designer? I'm a graphic designer.
What designer are you?
I'm a graphic designer.
Do you have a nice flat?
Yes, a very nice flat.
So here, if you remember here, the question was, do you have a home? Do you have your own home? But now he knows it's a flat, but he says, do you have a nice flat? He says, yeah, a very nice flat. Again, if you want to check, you see flat is here, nice is here. So the only thing that is new is just very. So you want to say that very louder. Do you have a nice flat? A very nice flat. A very nice flat.
Graphic designer.
Do you have a nice flat?
Yes, a very nice flat.
Do you speak French?
Do you speak French? What about that? Do you speak French? Do you speak French? Good Mehri, good Parisa, good Ali. What about number 4? Do you speak French? Again, if you want to totally understand it, you have to see which words are repetitive and stress the word that is not repetitive. French is repetitive. So what is new, teacher? Well, very good, Ali. Okay, Sajjad, no problem. Very good, Ali. I don't speak French like, fluently. I am learning French. Yeah, this is the new information you want to say. I speak French, but I'm learning French. Not, I don't speak that well as you think. Yes? Learning. Good, Ali. Good, Parisa.
Do you speak French?
Well, I'm learning French.
Well, I'm learning French.
You lived in London, didn't you?
Yes, I lived there for a year.
You lived in London, didn't you? Yes, I lived there for a year. Again, if you want to find new information, London is actually there, lived is lived. So teacher, what's the new information? Well, the new information is for a year. So you have to stress the new information. Or actually the answer, kinda, to the question. It says you lived in the London. So of course I did. I lived there for 1 year.
You lived in London, didn't you?
Yes, I lived there for a year.
For a year. Or year. Number 6. You have some brothers, don't you?
You have some brothers, don't you?
Yes, 2 brothers.
So speaker A, or let's say the first person who starts the conversation, knows that B has brothers. Says, you have brothers, don't you? I know you have brothers, is that right? Says, yeah, I have brothers, but I have 2 brothers. Good, Sajjad. I have 2 brothers. I have 2 brothers. New information.
Don't you?
Yes, 2 brothers.
Which do you prefer, jazz or classical?
I like jazz and classical.
Don't you?
Yes, 2 brothers.
Which do you prefer, jazz or classical?
I like jazz and classical.
So again, you have to see what's the new information. Prefer is actually like. They are the same here. Which one do you prefer? I like this and that. Jazz is the same. Jazz is the same. Classical is the same. Classical is the same. So teacher, what do I do? No. Like is like prefer. It's not new. Prefer, like, they're the same. And, very good, Ali. And is the new information. Look, here it says, do you like this or classical? But here you are changing or to and. This one or that one? No, this one and that one. It means I like both of them. Listen again.
You have some brothers, don't you?
Yes, 2 brothers.
Which do you prefer, jazz or classical?
I like jazz and classical.
I like jazz and classical. So it means both of them. Yeah, that was nice. Good, Sajjad. Exactly. And. Ali, good. And. So that was a nice lesson, I think. Again, very, very important if you want to sound more natural. And when you speak, people understand you. It's all about following these rules, and you make yourself more enjoyable to be listened to. And then when you speak, everybody wants to listen to you. Because why? Because you know these rules and you speak in a way that everybody can understand. So I'm going to share this lesson on my Telegram.